Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to part 2 of my WonFes Summer 2022 coverage. Now, as you can see by the length of this video, things got kinda out of hand. I knew there were a lot of figures to talk about, but I didn't realize just how many there would be if I really tried to talk about each and every one. In fact, this is not the end of it. There's gonna be a part 3 as well, and it might even be as long as this one. So, let me know what you guys think about this. Sit back and relax, and let me just talk about all of these wonderful figures that are coming out for about an hour or so. Let's get started. Okay, I want to start off with Q, one of my favorite companies, one of the best in Japan in my opinion. And the first one on this website is Ryza, changing her clothes. Not that much to talk about, if I'm being honest, but she does look lovely. I really do love her expression. And you know that one tight that she still has on is really sucking into her leg. It looks, hold on, let me get my mouse on here. It really is sucking in, so nice skin indentation there. Stomach looks good. Otherwise, you know, the hot pants are still on, the bra is still on, nice looking bra, good sculpt. And I think when I saw this on Twitter, someone commented on how nice the floorboard looks. And I think I could actually click this to make it a little bigger. If it loads, you know, my internet's not that bad, but I don't know why that took so long. Anyway, it has a nice gradient to it. It looks really good for a floor, but we're not looking at the floor. We're looking at her, and yeah, this is cute. This one's not for me, but, you know, I understand if it's for you, because she's definitely sexy. But, yeah, let's move on. Okay, Bondrewd. This guy's fucking awesome. I mean, not what he does, but, you know, his character design is amazing. One of my favorite from Made in Abyss. That movie's great. This guy looks awesome. I don't know if I want it. Like, if I had more money, sure, I would definitely just, like, impulse buy this. But I don't know if I need Made in Abyss stuff on my shelf. But if I were to buy something, it would be this guy. I think they've done a fantastic job managing to make, like, a 99% black figure look really, like, detailed. Because, you know, sometimes shading is a little difficult when a character is mostly, like, done in black paint. But they've managed to, like, mix in some shiny plastic, some matte finishes, stuff like that. And I think it looks pretty stellar, honestly. The pose is cool. Probably like the most iconic pose you could put this guy in, unless you wanted him to do something, I guess, more action-y. But yeah, I like it a lot. Also, there's some briefcases on the bottom, or whatever they're called, and it's leaking out. That's not good. Uh-oh. There's like a couple of them on the bottom here. He's really cool. I wish this page had a back shot of his tail, though. I remember seeing that, and that tail looked awesome as well. I wish I knew how expensive he was, but I don't remember if they showed it. And, you know, maybe if it was, like, reasonably priced, I would be a little bit more, I guess, you know, considering buying him. But let's jump to the next one. Okay, so we're at Shizuyama Mashiro, which is a blue archive girl. She looks alright. I think last time we saw her, she was unpainted. This black and red color scheme is pretty cool, pretty edgy. But she certainly doesn't look very edgy. She looks like a darling. Not my favorite, like, art style for the face. I think it's a little generic, not to, like, diss the artist or anything, but I feel like it's not leaving a strong impression on me. I do like the red halo. I love that color. I mean, I do have a really big bias towards red. I just love red. And the, like, shiny paint they've used here, and, like, I think on the gun it's a little shiny, and then, like, the matte finish on the bow tie. It just all looks really good, but I'm not really too crazy about this otherwise. I am kind of, I guess, grateful, or, well, I would be grateful if I were to buy it, but I like that she's supported in 2 spots so that there's not really going to be a leaning issue, and I think it's a pretty smart way to, like, make her still look like she's floating without being too distracting. Next up, we got the WA2000, also from Girls Frontline, and this looks more boring to me, sorry to say. Kind of the same art style for the face, but I don't know if that's for all of Blue Archive. I feel like it's not. Maybe it is, but I know I've seen Blue Archive figures, or even characters that look a lot more interesting than this one to me, and I don't want to diss this just because I don't like it. I think, objectively, this is a nice looking sculpt. I think the gun looks pretty fantastic, like the way they sculpted that. Looks pretty realistic, if I'm being honest. But I just think otherwise, this kind of like boring pose of her just standing around. Stern look on the face, it doesn't really do anything for me. But yeah, all of that is just like my opinion. There's nothing like objectively wrong here. And I can see, if you like this character, you'd probably want to pick it up, because Q are great. Freaking Momo, man, she gets all of the figures, but this is the changing clothes mode, which is kind of funny. I don't know why it's a mode, but as you can see, she's removing all of her clothes, so it's another one where you're going to mostly appreciate her body. And this body sculpt, especially like at the tummy, is kind of fantastic. These dimples and just the rest of it looks really fantastic. And the way they painted her looks really soft, especially the hair. I think they did a fantastic job with this pink. It looks really like soft and gentle. Really like that. Clothing sculpts look good on the skirt and the top. Don't really like the way she's kind of curved here. I feel like it's really asking to be a leaner. It's going to lean over time. I would hope, you know, engineering would mean that this would not be a leaner, but it's hard to not worry about it when she's already in this position. I kind of think it's a little unnatural anyway. But I think they just wanted to avoid a standing changing clothes mode, so I understand, you know, wanting to get a little more creative. More changing clothes mode, wouldn't you know it? It is Roxy. Now, they did this with Eris as well, and I think last time, maybe I said this, I don't really remember. It kind of bums me out, and if you like this figure, I would say go for it. I think she's really cute. I love this expression. But when I like a company like QSQ, and they put something out like this that I'm just clearly not interested in, like, I feel like their talents are not going to waste, but just are not meeting any of my desires. I would much rather have a Roxy that was, you know, not taken off her skirt. Like, I don't really see a reason why I'd want this, but I don't know. I feel like I'm being too harsh on something that's just not for me, because the rest of it looks pretty good. It's not like the most impressive looking sculpt or paint job I've seen from QSQ. Like, honestly, maybe it was just the photo, but the Momo looked a little bit better than this. Like, the way her top is, like, the jacket is painted, it looks a little bit flatter, but I'm sure it'll look much better in, like, official photos. And again, her facial expression is pretty damn cute. It really is a cutie, but just, I don't know. It's my video, I can be a little biased, but I don't want to make it sound like this is bad. Or you should feel bad, you really shouldn't. Hey, go for it. Oh, fuck. Okay, so this Reimu took like 6 years, maybe even longer than that, man. If you've been following this figure, then you know this one took forever to come out. And if I'm being honest, I kind of was wishing that they would have forgotten it, because I already pre-ordered the Good Smile Company Lost Word Reimu, which is a really great figure, but I don't know if this one's better or not. And it's kind of making me decide, should I get both? Should I cancel that one? Should I just keep that one? I don't really know, but this is a really fantastic sculpt. It's so cool. Her sharp-ass eyes, the way, honestly, everything looks sharp, like her hair. Just like the way that the coat is kind of like flowing to the side, it really looks well crafted and sculpted. Love the red, love the sleeves, love pretty much everything about it. This has a really like hefty price tag though of around 26,000 yen. It's not on this page, but I saw it earlier, and that's a lot to ask for considering the Sakuya that came out before this. You know, granted it was like a year or two ago, was only around 15 to 16,000 yen. So this is about 10,000 yen more. I understand we're in a different time now. The industry has really changed. This was definitely going to cost more, even if it came out right around that same time due to how much more is going on with this sculpt. But it is still 10,000 yen more. This is very expensive at this point. And as much as I love this, because I've been waiting for this figure for so long, I don't know if I can bite the bullet. I don't know if I can really do it. But she's so sick. This is a fantastic figure. I love this one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm sure I'll talk about it soon when she goes up for pre-order. Okay, so this is AK Alpha from Girls Frontline. I think we've seen her before, but I can't really recall. I don't know if we saw a prototype or just an art card. I don't remember what she's supposed to be like color-wise, but she's definitely a cutie. I really like her face, and you know, it seems like she has a bit more like going on with the bag and the case and the gun, at least compared to the other girls we've seen earlier from Blue Archive. I just think this one's a little bit more interesting, but I guess because this isn't really a series I'm too familiar with, I'm gonna move on, but she's definitely cute so far. Okay, here's another one that's definitely for me, Shuten Doji Halloween. I had no idea this was a Halloween thing. Honestly, I thought the vampire one was Halloween themed, but either way, this isn't an update. We've seen this before. I just kind of want to comment on how crazy this is. Just like this sculpt, it's gonna cost something like 35, 40,000 yen by the time this comes out. I'm not in a rush to pay for this if I'm being honest, but by the time this is done, she is gonna be expensive. But, you know, I might have to do it. Shuten Doji is, you know, despite not playing Grand Order, I don't really play gacha games. She is my favorite design from that game, so I'm really like a sucker for these figures. I already have the other QSQ ones, or well, one of them's coming. It's not out yet, but I'll have that pretty soon unless it gets delayed. But yeah, this is beautiful. I love everything about it. But again, this isn't an update, so let's just move on. Holy shit, look at this horse. This horse sculpt is out of this world. Holy fuck. This this hair sculpt is actually crazy, and this smoke coming out of the hooves is really cool as well. Like, all of the focus here went on the horse instead of Altria Pendragon or Lancer. Now, not to say that she doesn't look good. She certainly does. I wish we had more pictures of her. Probably on another website, but I don't have that on hand right now. This is going to be a crazy expensive figure, but it looks so awesome. Like, if you like this character, I gotta imagine this might be, like, Holy Grail status, or at least, like, one of your most wanted at this point, because she just looks so badass. I do wish her legs were a little bit thicker. This is like a biased personal opinion thing, but she's so thick in the chest. Why not make her legs a little bit thicker? I don't know. It looks a little silly. Like, I'm asking for more thick, not to reduce the boobs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Looks a little weird to me, like the art style wise, but I think that's just how it's supposed to be. But yeah, this one is nuts. Even this, like, I don't know, cloak? What horse clothing is this? I don't know. It looks really cool how it's tattered up though. But yeah, I'm gonna move on. This looks awesome. Okay, Assassin or Okita J Soji. Now, I don't really have a lot to say about this. I feel like it looks fine. Like, she looks cute. She looks pretty good, but I think a lot of, like, the appeal of this figure will probably, like, come down to how the effect parts are painted. I think that's gonna be a major selling point, depending on how that's done. Because otherwise, I think she looks, you know, not basic, but I think we've seen her before, and I don't think this is, like, that interesting of a sculpt otherwise. Like, I do like the action-y pose, how she's kind of like flying off, but otherwise I think it's not leaving the strongest impression on me as someone who doesn't really know the character or anything. I guess these, like, wing blades could also be a major factor. I don't know how they're going to be painted, but depending on how, like, the mechanical stuff is done, then I think we'll have a winner or not, so to speak. Okay, I don't know how to say this character's name, so I'm just going to say Lancer. But I'm not really a big fan of this one. I think it's just the prototype making her face look a little derpy. Maybe if I had better images, again, it would look better to me. But right now, it's not really doing much. She looks cute, I guess, but other than that, I guess kind of basic. The pose is very standard, slightly stiff. These, like, arm weapons, whatever they're supposed to be, I guess those look cool, but I don't really have that much to say about it, if I'm being honest, and this video is going to be a million minutes long, so let's move on. Man, the Legend of Heroes is getting a lot of momentum lately. This is Altina Orion, and she's pretty cute as well. I've been saying cute a lot in this video. I apologize, but she really is. I think it's the hood with, like, the cat ears or whatever kind of ears you want to call this, and the twin tails coming out of the hood. I just like that look to it. Seems like her outfit has a bit of, like, openings for her stomach and stuff. You can see her belly button right there. And there's this weird, I don't know if it's her tail, but it's got, like, a hand on it. And then there's, like, kind of the same pattern against her shins, or her knees, rather. It's an interesting design, I suppose. She looks cute. It's not really, like, the most dynamic thing I've ever seen, but I like this design of the top, or I guess the outfit itself, with all these, like, crossings on it. Looks cool. And then we have another figure from the Legend of Heroes, Alyssa Rhineford. A little less interesting, in my opinion. Kind of looks like Lucy from Fairy Tail without knowing the color scheme, if I'm being honest. But she has a bow, which is, you know, kind of cool, a bit underrated in figure weapons, and I always like that. I like bows. But otherwise, I don't know, this one's leaving a little bit less of an impression on me. Like, she looks fine. I don't think I like her face as much, but I'm sure that'll improve when we see the colors. And otherwise, yeah, I think I'd like this more if I knew who this actually was, but I'm sorry to say I don't. Selvaria Bless swimsuit version from Valkyria Chronicles Duel. Never played that game. I certainly know this character. She's pretty popular as far as, like, you know, I guess video game girls go, and figurines, she certainly gets a bunch of them. Now, it's up to personal taste if you like these body proportions. I know they're not really for everybody. Not really to my taste either. Now, I know this artist, or I'm pretty sure, also does Shuten Doji. Maybe I'm mixing up artists, but either way, it's not like I dislike this guy or anything. Sometimes the art hits, and sometimes it doesn't. But my only complaint is that I don't really understand how this is a swimsuit, because she's wearing a skirt, and she's got leggings on. I don't really get it, but maybe you guys understand this a little bit more than me, so yeah, just let me know if this is cool or not. Alright, Yuki Mikan swimsuit style. This is a very tiny bikini for this rather young anime character, but, you know, the highlight is that she's got a big ol' stick of corn in her hand. Gotta love that. I feel like the art style of Yabuki is not really coming through. I feel like it's not there yet. I'm sure it'll look better. I mean, the Momo looked really good, but this one, not really hitting it for me yet. Hair looks good. I guess the feet look good. But other than that, I guess, yeah, very skimpy swimsuit for this character. Milium Nava Dragon Edition. Yeah, I don't really think we get a lot of figures of her in this outfit, or at least I can't really recall. Maybe some, like, prize figures or something, but I think it's refreshing to see that she's not in that other outfit she's always wearing. Pretty good pose, the giant's, like, great sword that she's holding on to right behind her, like, back. Looks pretty sick. The wings look nice, like, wingspan. Other than that, I guess it's, like, pretty standard, though. Nothing to really discuss here. I hope it looks pretty good when it's colored. Nasuno Minami from 13 Sentinels. Now, this doesn't really look like the 13 Sentinels, like, vanilla-ware art style. Again, I really hope it's just the fact that it's in a prototype, that it doesn't look correct. But right now, like, if this thing wasn't here, this little, like, flying robot dude, I would have no idea this was from 13 Sentinels. Maybe the outfit would give it away as well, but, like, I don't know, that face just does not look right to me right now. So, I don't think it's that good. Honestly, a bit of a dud from Q's Q, if I'm being honest. Man, Q's Q had a lot of figures at this event, and this is Kadokawa Yui, the other Televu girl who also gets a lot of figures. Now, I'm not really too familiar with this outfit. I don't know what New Link is, maybe that's like why I'm not really recalling it. But it kind of just looks like her outfit was either shrunken down or something, or I guess it was just made skimpier, which I guess is cool. I like this character's stern look that she always has, unless she's like really embarrassed about something. But yeah, I guess I do like the outfit a bit more than just like the traditional school outfit. But I don't like this character enough to invest, so let's move on. This is 416 Mod 3 from Girls Frontline. Kind of looks like the other girl, aka Alpha. Maybe that's even, like, exactly what she's supposed to look like in the face and the eyes. Again, a cute art style. I don't really have that much to say about it. Kind of follows the same sculpting ideas as the other one. Gun, accessories bag, the cute face. So, next up is this another Girls Frontline? Yes. GD DSR 50 full damage. So I guess that's like a common trend with Girls Frontline, is that you get the girl and then you like have her in like a defeated almost position or pose, or like her leggings are teared up and the bullets are all over the ground because she's like using them, and I guess she looks a bit tired and stuff. Doesn't really have pants, now that I realized. No pants. I don't know if she's supposed to not have pants, but I think that's like her skirt here, maybe? I don't know. I really wish I played Girls Frontline before I talked about this, but either way, pretty sexy. More Girls Frontline, Desert Eagle. Cute little girl with pistol. Pretty sick. A Kantai collection. Haven't seen a Kantai collection figure in a while. Yamakaze Kai Ni. She's got a cute face. I like this hair color. Not too common. I guess it's kind of like... Nah, it's not exactly like Miku, I was going to say, but it's a very, like, pleasant light green. I like that. Okay, let's move on. Shion, from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I think this is not new. I think this was also announced with the Milium that we just saw, so I think you guys already know about that, but hey, if you don't, there she is. Pretty interesting. Looking forward to seeing how that one comes out. Next up is Himaragi Yukina Bunny Girl style. Don't really have that much to say about a bunny girl. The top looks like it's almost going to fall off. I guess that's cool. I bet Q's Q is going to commit to that because they love being horny, so that's nice. Alice Kisaragi school swimsuit style. I don't even, like, I don't know if there's anything telling me about what this figure is going to look like, so I'm going to move on. Neat announcement. Okay, this one is great because that means you don't have to commit to buying Aniplex's Marin figure from My Dress Up Darling. That shit's a pain in the ass. You got to go through a middleman to buy it, and in my opinion, it's not even that good. Unfortunately, we don't know what this one's going to look like, and knowing Q's Q, it might be a little bit more like, I don't know, sexy, suggestive, stuff like that. Maybe not what you're exactly looking for with Marin, but I'm going to take the chance on it and hope this one turns out good. And also, they're making Inui Sajuna apparently, so that's cool. Probably not going to get her figure, but I like to see that. Oh shit, they're making a Flandre from the Toho Vania games? That's kinda sick. but I don't know if I need it. I have the Alter Flandre ordered, and that's kind of like the perfect Flandre figure in my opinion. This is certainly a more like crazy, like messed up version of Flandre. Very like tattered up and I guess, I don't know, not dirty, but just looks a bit unkempt. So I guess if you like that style more, that would be something for you. Certainly a very cool art style. Every figure in this series has been very cool, so I wouldn't blame you if you want this. I don't think I'm going to commit to this one. Like, I like the Reimu, but I don't think I need 2 Flandres. Well, that's kind of cool. They're making more 13 Sentinels figures. This is Megumi. I've always liked her, like, character design. These really, like, frilly leggings. It makes her look a bit provocative, if I'm being honest. I don't know this character. I've yet to play this game. I've heard it's got one of the best video game stories ever, but I don't know anything about it, and I want to keep it that way until I play it, so this is neat. But if it's like that other figure, then I have my doubts. I'm sure they'll, like, fix it when it's done, though. Like, when that one gets painted, I'm sure it'll look fine, and then this one will follow suit. Okay, who is this sexy lady? Oh, Jesus, look at this. There's, like, nothing there. Female Shinobi. Tentative name. Okay, well, just a random character, I suppose. I really like this, like, cut-up, damaged mesh on her chest. That looks good. And her, like, clawed gauntlets. That looks cool as well. Also this. Jesus. Mary, random girl, battle axe in a, somewhat of a, like, robotic, futuristic maid outfit. Kinda neat. I like her face. I like her elf ears. That's cute. And, the purple hair looks nice. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is definitely the Ryza artist. The Devil Trainer. Those devils are actually sick. I love these. I hope the figure actually comes with these 3, because that would make this pretty neat. Oh, it's got a whip. This one's got a whip. This one's like, is that a cigarette? That's awesome. Okay. All right, this one's got my attention. I honestly haven't even looked at her, but this shit has got my attention for sure. Alright, more right to characters that you may or may not be into, depending on if you like their body proportions. These 2 are in maid outfits. The tops have been untied. Their hips are looking pretty thick, and their shins and their feet are looking really frickin' pencil thin. So, just, you know, right up Raita's alley. Did we know about this one? Tsukihime's Accrued is getting a figure from Q's Q. I don't really remember if this was announced previously, but I think it's nice that she's going to get another, like, high-quality figure. I don't remember if she has a ton of really nice-looking figures, so I'm sure this one's going to come out good, considering the company. Sei Shonagon with this, like, Evangelion Piccolo-ass skateboard. And shoes, actually. These kind of, like, Kingdom Hearts shoes. Jesus. She looks cute, though. I like this outfit. Like her bikini top with the bike shorts and the jacket that's not actually, like, fully on top of her, like she's not wearing it fully. I really like that look for some reason. Someone explain to me why that's appealing. Maybe it's just because it kind of reveals a little bit more of the character's body. I don't really know. I like this sporty look for her. It looks good. Saber Tomoe Gozen from Fate Grand Order in a swimsuit. Honestly, a little boring, if I'm being honest. I don't think I've ever seen this character. I guess it's cute. I guess it's fine. It looks alright. I'm just being a hater. Alright, I want to do S-Fire next because they actually had something that I'm so goddamn hyped for. But let's just begin here with this, honestly, really adorable concept. I actually love this idea a lot. They have Amelia and Childhood Amelia, but then they also have Rem and Ram, both with their childhood versions. And is this not the cutest shit ever? Besides the figure I said in the last video that was the cutest shit ever. This is such a great idea if you love these characters. And I know they've made, like, younger figures of, like, them before, but incorporating them both together in the same figure, I don't know, man, that's, like, wholesome as fuck. I love that. So this got painted, Deku vs. Muscular. Like, S-Fire is putting in so much effort into, like, 99% of their figures. There's, like, one I'm not really that impressed with. But this just looks insane. It's probably going to cost, like, 50,000 yen or some shit. But god damn it, this looks really good. I should probably try and find a better photo of this just so I can upload it for you guys. But just, like, look at the sheer scope of this thing. The muscles on Muscular look outstanding. There is so much going on here. And I just love pretty much everything about it. I think the only thing that maybe I think could look a little bit better are the effects on Deku. I think, you know, in its own, like, bubble, it looks fine, but maybe not here. Maybe I would expect it to be a bit more, like, shiny and sparkly and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it's fine. Maybe I'm just nitpicking for no reason, because otherwise, I think it's really cool. Oh shit, this got painted. This looks phenomenal. Look at this freaking demon that's coming out of Muzan. This is crazy. That's what I like about S-Fire. They just sometimes pull these crazy sculpts out of nowhere. And this isn't new, right? We did know about this, but seeing it painted looks fantastic. This is a really cool one. I don't know how many people like Muzan in the woman version, but I think this, like, as an idea is fantastic. The base that Muzan is on is also, like, you know, simple, but it also looks really good as well. And I would expect you just, you know, swap the face. There's no reason to have two of them, like swap the hand, swap the face, but I think that's, like, very weird if you get both of them, but I'm expecting you're not going to. They're just showing off both. Guys, I wish I saw this for the first time while recording this video, because I nearly flipped my shit when I saw this on Twitter. This is probably my favorite thing that I saw. I'm just a Sonic Adventure fanboy. I don't know what to tell you. I love the Sonic games, and I think this is kind of the perfect figure for somebody who likes that game, or even just the series in general. Like, they absolutely nailed Sonic and Shadow. The base looks super cool as well. And the effect parts, I'm really glad to say, came out basically perfect. They didn't really go too overboard on them. They look exactly as they should. Blue for Sonic, yellow for Shadow. It's basically perfect, and the only thing that would stop me from buying this is if I'm priced out on it. I don't feel like it should be too expensive. Certainly over $200, because we know how the industry is, and S-Fire is an expensive company, but my god, I love this. I just really want this in my collection, and I'm gonna be very sad if I can't afford it. Oh my god, look at this Miku. It's so cute. These freaking panda buns. These steaming panda buns. That is adorable. Do you get this panda guy down here as well? I wish I could see this a little bit better, this like image over here, because there's a panda down here too, and maybe even another panda above him. There's something there that I can't really see, but this is absolutely adorable. You know, maybe I'm not going to be a big fan of the way like her hair is colored in when like she's fully painted, or I guess even gets a prototype. But I think it really does fit with like the rest of her color palette. Also, she's wearing these like nice socks. I like these socks a lot on this costume. This is just adorable. And I also hope you get the bamboo shoots as well. That would just be a really great set piece for all of this, you know, all things considered. This is a really great surprise. I like this one a lot. Oh, I didn't know this. They're also making figures for Jujutsu Kaisen for the 3 main characters. You know, I bet these 3 are gonna look sick knowing S-Fire. Probably on par with what Eastream is doing, you know, like they're definitely gonna go a little bit hard on the effects. Honestly, kind of excited to see how these 3 come out, especially Nobara. I think like Eastream might have skipped out on Nobara. I don't know if they like changed their opinion on that, but I'm definitely excited to see how these come out. Let's move on to Hobbymax next, though. There are actually a lot of figure companies on this page, so this one might take a while as well. Starting off, we got some Radio Eva figures. We got Mari here, and then you also get like the grayscale version if you want. Not really the biggest fan. I think it looked good on a few of them. Not so much on Mari. In fact, I kind of hate how like they kind of ruined the shoes. I really liked how colorful the shoes were on the original one. So, I don't know. Not really the biggest fan of this this grayscale version. And then they showed off Kawaru as well, and I think he came out pretty good. I definitely like his color scheme here, the yellow plaid shirt, the jacket over it, the ripped up jeans. He looks pretty sick. He looks like he's about to break his neck though. He's really smug and leaning up like really high with his neck. This is definitely a better photo, but it is also the grayscale version, which I think looks pretty good actually. I think this one works really well in grayscale. In fact, it might even be better. I don't know. I think I like this one a little bit more actually. The purple like strings, the zippers, I think that looks really good. Does the other one have purple? Oh, they do. Never mind. All right, they both have purple, but I think the purple works really well with like the muted palette a little bit more. I guess they're saving Shinji for last because he is not painted yet, so I guess we won't see him anytime soon. Wait a minute. They're making part 3 already? They're not even done with part 2. None of the figures from part 2 are out yet. There's only 2 of them up for pre-order, and they have the audacity to say, hey, we're making part 3. That's weird, you know? Good for them. They know people are gonna buy this, but that makes me feel a certain way. I definitely think Rei looks... This is my favorite Rei in this line so far. I think my girlfriend called dibs, so I ain't gonna argue that. But she looks fantastic. Honestly, I think Shinji looks good here. I think Asuka looks great here. I think there's like disturbed writing all over the leggings. I wonder what is actually written on there. But she's doing like the Slav squat. Holy crap. And then Mari looks pretty good too. Honestly, all of these costumes look pretty good. I think only Kawaru might be a little worse in my opinion, but not bad. Just like not as good as part 2's in my opinion. But again, it's all just opinionated, especially since it's just a clothing line pretty much. So whatever your fashion taste is. Alright, next up is Mimeyoi from Jigoku Shoujo. a whole lot of cloth and like fabric in this figure, which I think on its own is interesting enough, having it all like laid out in multiple directions. I think it's pretty cool looking, but then there's also these like sashes or whatever aiming like right towards her, or maybe like protecting her. I don't really know what's exactly going on in this figure, but it makes for a really cool piece. Probably will look beautiful once it's painted. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of like interesting patterns on this cloth, maybe the sashes as well. I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that, but this one could be potentially really sick. Wow, this is like a really elaborate base. This looks fantastic, actually. The two frames, one looks broken. Maybe this one's broken too, you can't really tell. Actually, if we're looking at that thigh gap though, it does look like it's broken right there, so maybe so. But you get like high heels, a bunch of flowers like a bouquet, and then he looks pretty good too. This is probably gonna look sick once it's done. But yeah, I guess I'm excited to see more. Mimeyoi we saw last time, so we don't really have to talk about this one, but she's new, Shokaku. Kind of the same looking figure, actually. The outfit looks nearly identical. The pose is also fairly similar. And honestly, the name is pretty similar too. I'm gonna guess they're like sisters or something. So yeah, let's move on. So Mimeyoi decided to just block out the character's face. That's kinda weird. It makes me kinda not want to talk about her, but I'll try to. Her body is really freaking toned. This stomach looks fantastic. And then she's wearing the shortest shorts imaginable. I bet this looks pretty great from the back, if you know what I'm saying. Very long legs, very attractive legs because of that, and the heels. I guess because of the heels, they look even better. So I love that design of them. You got a pole pointing to the dummy right here, I guess, or another one right here. I don't know what it's pointing to. Maybe she's holding like a shish kebab or something in her hand. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but this is conceptually pretty nice, so I kind of want to see more of it. Shame I can't even see her face, though. Okay, now they're just teasing me. Why are they doing this? Javelin wedding version. You know what? For a wedding figure, this is pretty unique. I like that she's sitting on top of a podium. She's got this giant javelin on her, and it's decorated with this really pretty flower, and she's holding a bouquet here. But I can't see anything else, so let's move on. Okay, you know what? I think we've seen these characters like teased before in artwork, but they just don't want to show the faces, so I'm gonna move forward. Sorry to say, this probably will look great when it's done, but you gotta stop teasing me, guys. Okay, Knead is up next. Let's see if we need these. This is Yatsen wedding version. More wedding figures, but this one is very pretty, especially the base. I bet her dress is gonna look fantastic once it's painted. She doesn't have a face, so that's kind of creepy, unless this character's not supposed to have a face. But the fact that you get a little birdie, and the trees with like flowers blooming, or whatever these are supposed to be, the leaves, that looks great. Lantern down here, lantern over here. This is probably gonna look like a great elaborate setup once it's fully done. But that's about all I can say, so moving on to the next one. Ayanabi Novelistic Showdown version. Weird name, don't really know what this is, but I really like this character design. Now, I don't know if this is a cape, or if it's like an effect from her giant blade. Can't tell, kind of hope it's both actually. I think she's got a sick character design. Love the bandages around her arms, and the hat that's like flying off of her head. And if they commit to this hair swoop, this like hair that's blowing in the wind, that's probably gonna look fantastic along with like the motion of the blade itself. Stronger's up next. I don't think we saw them last time. Special Week from Pretty Derby. I love the sheen on this dress. The two-tone of like purple and pink right here between the two frills looks freaking fantastic. And then like the pearlescent white on the top of the dress just looks great. Perfect face as well. Absolutely love her face. Super cute. Pretty good pose too. Very like, you know, cheery, playful, inviting. Bit of a lean. Don't like the lean, but probably not the biggest deal as long as they put some metal support rod in there. Our Treasure. Weird proportions. Don't know if this is the photo or not. I think it is actually. Whoever took this photo took it from a very like high angle. You know, pretty unique art style to it. Doesn't look too much like anything we've seen before today, but not really the biggest fan of her like giant open mouth. And if I'm being honest, so far the swimsuit itself looks very flat and not appealing in the way they painted it. Not too impressed by that. But I do like how her hair is decorated with like seashells and stars and a freaking crab up there. That's kind of funny actually. So points for that. Kind of cute idea. Not the biggest fan of the execution though. Kaitendoh is up next. Not a company I'm very familiar with, but look at this girl right here, Nyala. This is freaking adorable and her color scheme is so good. You know, not big on bunnies, but I absolutely love this one. I might have to put this on my wish list. I just love everything that I'm seeing right here. All right, next up is this really controversial figure of Toru. As you could see, they made her tits, like, gigantic. I don't know why they did that. And hey, I'm not someone who ever complains about boob size. I really don't care. In fact, this has its, like, place in the industry, in my opinion. But I completely understand why someone would hate this. Now, I bet if she didn't have creepy-ass, like, or no eyes whatsoever, this would probably look fine. I'd probably even like this. She's got some thick around her legs, right? The thighs look thick because of the indents. But, yeah, the whole point here is that they made her chest, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times as big for no reason. And, that's gonna put some people off. Guaranteed. They're also making a Kana, and hopefully they don't mess with her proportions. I think that would look a little bit weirder, though. You know, the anime definitely made her a bit thicker, if I can go there. But either way, this is like the manga art style, like the original art style, which the Toru was as well, but you couldn't really tell because it, you know, didn't have a face. Cute concept. I don't know if this is what the figure will look like, but I wouldn't mind if this is what they went with. Oh shit, Normaya's getting a new figure. I like this outfit a lot. I don't think I've ever seen this outfit before, but it always surprised me how we never really got a ton of Granblue figures. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and I'm not keeping up enough, but I certainly have not seen a lot of figures of her in the recent years, so this outfit that I've never really seen before, getting its own scale, is pretty cool in my opinion. So this is Sheltier's second figure at WonFes that I've seen so far, and I think it's pretty nice looking actually. I mean, there's nothing to show, but I like the concept. I like that she's holding onto the pipe, and you know, not fitting on the shoulder. Uh-oh, pretty attractive right there, and showing a little bit of thigh as well. Pretty good stuff. Why is this a non-scale figure? I kind of want this, but I'm worried that she's gonna look weird or too small or something, but they're making Deedlit from Record of Lotus War, and that is so freaking cool. I don't think this character really gets figurines, and this artwork is absolutely beautiful. You know, I've never really watched the anime, but I did play the game that recently came out, which was freaking fantastic. And by the way, if you've never played a Team Ladybug game, which were the developers of that game, then do yourself a favor and, like, go check them out if you like, you know, that kind of stuff. Metroidvanias, they typically make action games. Very, very good. And I have high hopes for this. I hope it's not too small, and I hope it looks good. I hope it looks something like this, because this is absolutely beautiful. 1/6 scale figure Konata, just this, like, creepy looking girl holding a knife with a mask on. I actually like masks on figures. You don't really get a lot of them, but there's something about it that's kind of attractive on an anime girl. I don't know what it is. Also, it makes her ears look big, and I like that. It's cute. Wings is up next, not to be confused with Wing. I know that's kind of confusing, but they are different companies. And Charm as well. Don't know if that's the same thing, but either way, we have our first figure here. Luna, just an art card, unfortunately. Doesn't bode well, if I'm being honest, but she looks pretty cool. I love her robotic legs, and I hope these like sentinel orbs come with her, especially if they have that, like, red electricity around them. That looks pretty cool. Twin tails look nice as well. She has weapons behind her, whatever the hell those might be. Some kind of swords. I think she has potential to be a pretty cool looking figure. This girl's pretty cool, actually. Suyu? I don't know if I said that right. Apologies if I didn't. But look at this dragon-ass tail. That is awesome. And honestly, the outfit itself looks really slick. I love the leggings that she has. The big boots, I guess. I guess they're just giant boots. I don't know. But they have this, like, angular spikiness to it towards, like, the top of her thigh, which does have a little bit of skin revealing. The only part of her outfit that reveals any skin, actually. Yeah, just a really intricate design. Comes with 2 giant-ass katanas. There's some, like, I mean, I don't even know what the hell's happening on her knees, but it's probably going to make a really cool accessory for her her outfit when you see it in figure form. Just a really sick outfit, and I think the art style really makes this figure have a lot of potential. I guess Wings just had no prototypes to show off at this event, unfortunately, but we kind of get a good idea of what this one will look like based on the art card. Guns on the ground, tail in the back, sunglasses on her head, hair flowing all the way onto the beach. It looks pretty good. You know, not my favorite kind of bikini, a bit boring in my opinion, but I understand what they're going for here, so it's fine. And her stomach looks really toned, actually, so that's pretty great right there. Lewis Warmth of the Winter Sweet version. Again, I don't really know what I could say here. Like, we kind of get what this figure will look like. I definitely like her ornate gun case, and the little vase that's holding some flowers. That looks very pretty as well. But we kind of already know what this will look like. We just have to hope it will look as good as this. Yuri and Stella White Tiger version, which is kind of like a redo of a figure that they've already made of these two. Now, it's not the exact same thing, like there wasn't the tree in the background, the lantern, the costumes, they're all different, but it's still like the two girls together, one standing, one sitting. I'm pretty sure Yuri, or like the purple hair girl, is not wearing underwear in both figures. I don't know about Stella, but it is kind of like the same idea. Either way, they look sexy. Kind of looking forward to seeing how this one looks like, but that other figure was really expensive, so I doubt I'm gonna buy this. So I'm a little bit let down on this one because this Fumi Chloe figure is a figure for the foot fans out there, but it's not sculpted, so I got nothing to talk about. Otherwise, I would just be like gawking over anime feet, and I don't really want to do that in this video, so let's move on. NeonMax, not a company again that I'm very familiar with, but first up we have the R93 Holiday Lucky Star. Another bikini figure, which is getting a little hard to keep talking about, but the highlight here is kind of a briefcase. The briefcase looks like it has so much sculpting into it that they really didn't need to go so hard on. But I like her side ponytail as well. Sunglasses, I think, always look good on these bikini figures. And yeah, beach ball, towel, basic kind of stuff that you would expect to see in a bikini figure when they want to go a little bit harder. But otherwise, I guess this one's kind of basic. Doesn't look bad though. Ooh, look at this one, the Dark Nurse, the crow that's on her shoulder, and the little boy hanging down on the bottom, right on like the medical case that she has on the floor. The IV drip she's holding on to, it almost looks like a weapon, honestly. It's really pointy at the tip right there. But I like how the wire is kind of like wrapping around it. Gives a little bit of a dynamic look. Her outfit has this like stitching all along the boots and the dress as well. And then, you know, barely wearing anything on her chest, but that's cool by me. And her face kind of looks great. You know, it's not even painted, but the art style shining through. The masters of sexy outfits, huh? Well, I guess they're not lying. The chest being kind of fully open is pretty good, pretty sexy. And then the stomach, I guess, has this like kind of clear see-through material, which will look good when you see it. The leggings look very nice, the stockings, and then honestly don't like the boa. Is that what it's called? They made it a furry material instead of like sculpted plastic. She's got a pipe to look more sophisticated, I suppose. Elegant, I like that. And then a freaking gramophone. This character comes with a gramophone, which I think does fit her outfit and the vibes that this figure has, but I kind of like the gramophone more than her, if I'm being honest. The like red velvety chair also looks good right next to that gramophone. But yeah, I guess they're right. I mean, maybe not the true masters, but it is a nice looking figure. Tana China dress version, you know? I kind of like this. Her really cutesy socks, those little pumps, that looks great, very shiny. You know, the more I look at this figure, the more I'm seeing, like, there's a butterfly on her finger, the skulls that are just kind of, like, chilling there, very, like, cartoony looking skulls, love that. And she's like a vampire or something, some sort of devil at the very least. She has really cute bat wings, a little tail, sort of like Etna from Disgaea. Love the tail that ends with, like, a little heart. And her face has this, like, really appealing art style to it. Oh, and bun hair. I love bun hair. Ah, this one's good. This one's good. I didn't even comment on the China dress. I think I just like, oh, these are like dumplings or buns or something. The freaking skull buns? All right, this one's good. This one's good. This is a good figure. Freaking skull buns. The Miku had freaking panda buns, and this one's got skull buns. All right, we got a winner. I like this one. All right, we got some art cards up next. This is Noir, a very sexy, like, goat nurse or demon nurse, maybe. Very, like, revealing at the chest. I feel like this guy just will not stop making very curvy characters. And I'm not going to ask him to stop. This looks great. Very plump. Very plump at the thighs. And I like her cane. Kind of has, like, a eagle look or just, like, a falcon or something. And it looks pretty good. Also, she's got a tail. I'm just not paying attention to these figures as I focus on one thing more than the last, but I think there's another image here where we get to see basically the same thing, but close-ups, very nice. OTS 14, Flurry of Petals, full damaged version, you know? Kind of like this one. I think there's like a very sexy elegance to it that this like slight rip by the back of her bum is barely revealing her butt, and there's just like ever so slightly a cheek peek, as they call it. But yeah, it looks pretty. I like this one a lot. I hope this looks good when they're done with it. And her really long hair, the way it's like done up here, that just looks really good too. Don't even care about the gun. Who cares? Got a gun. Cool. Okay, what do we got next? Blue Archives Kosaka Wakamo. This actually looks great. I kind of like this costume a lot. The kimono / school uniform. The one stocking, of course, and it's ripped up. The one boot's blue and one's black. I don't really understand that, but Interesting design nonetheless, and she's also wearing a fox mask, which looks pretty good. Here we get to see her face, which is pretty cute, and I hope you get options. Surely you get options if they're showing us this. Yeah, pretty strong character design. I like this one. Okay, so we're moving on to Alphamax. Whoa, actually, we've seen this Miku before. Actually, we've seen this Miku as a Nendoroid. I don't think there's a scale figure of this yet, but this has a very, very pretty hair sculpt. This looks great. You know, this costume works so much better as a scale figure than a Nendoroid. You really get to appreciate this design way more this way. I hope I can find some better photos of her face, but I kind of love this. I just wish there was a bit more color to it, but that is what the figure and like the costume's supposed to be, so no knock on it, just a personal preference thing, but she looks kind of beautiful, and I love how shiny it is, and I love the way they painted her hair. This one doesn't have a name on this site, which kind of sucks, but I think it's the Yosuga no Sora girl. Now, I've seen other images of this before. Like, the highlight of this figure to me is the thing in the background, and I'm going to say this out loud so that I find a picture and show it to you, but it's basically like a giant bunny bean bag, and I absolutely love it. But I'm kind of tired of seeing this girl, if I'm being honest. They make so many figures of her, and I don't really get why, but this figure looks pretty cute. Okay, so Moe Pop also forgot the name on this one, unfortunately, and I'm uneducated on it, so I don't know who this is. But it seems like a girl with bat wings, I guess, and she's kind of surrounding herself with ribbons. Certainly looks like there's a bunch of ribbon wrapped around her leg, and it's kind of spiraling around her. It looks pretty, but not really that special to me right now. Okay, Skytube is up next, and despite it saying 18+, I don't think any of these images are actually that bad. So let's just jump into it. I don't know where the names are, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know their names, but her bra looks fucking beautiful. I love this bra. And the panties, I guess. Plus, there's little flowers on the stockings. This is actually really pretty. Her face is kind of great. And her little, like, those aren't buns, right? I don't know. Maybe they're buns. But the tiny buns with the twin tails looks great together, and I think this figure overall is pretty pleasing. Okay, so because this is slightly frustrating, I did look up the names. This is Rina, and the art style is actually Saitom, who, you know, does the Xenoblade stuff, does Stella, does Lufia, all those, like, beautiful figures. And I kind of wish I had some colors here. I wish I knew what this looked like, so I'm going to go look up that really quick, because I am interested in this one. Okay, so I am back with my findings, and I'm going to put it on screen now. Look at the drip jacket. I really did not expect it to be a drip jacket. I also didn't expect her to be blonde, but I kind of like this way more now that I'm looking at this image. In fact, I love the mesh, the like stockings that she's wearing. Also, her freaking shoes have flames on them. That's funny. I kind of thought like the bow at the top was going to be part of her costume, but it's just the wreath behind her. I would argue, though, she would look a little bit better with it, but this is kind of a unique outfit. This is really strange, but also like kind of appealing as well. It's different for sure. Okay, so I looked this one up as well. Her title on MFC is just China Wedding, no name, and her boobs are big. I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, there's not that much to go on here. I'm sorry. Okay, so again, I don't really have that much to say about this one, though I find it interesting that this figure was first shown off 3 years ago, and they kind of just like revived it, kind of reminded people it exists, but they haven't really done anything with it so far, so let's just move on, I guess, until they do something with it. So I did find artwork for this one, but it does show her nipples. Like, the image is not the exact same. I actually do like the frills a little bit more, but, you know, what can you do? Her hood's red, the inside of it's green for some reason. Most of the outfit, including her bra, is red with like a little bit of white on the frills. It looks good. I think she's a pretty cute character, and her hair looks cute as well. I love how it's braided, and it's brown in color. So this is a pretty nice one. All right, so this section I'm probably gonna like blast through because I don't really like Union Creative. If they surprise me, I'll slow down. But first up, we got Doki-chan in a swimsuit. I mean, look how basic this looks. Am I really supposed to like comment on this? I just don't think it's gonna be worth your money. Next up is Senpai-san in a swimsuit. Face looks kind of lifeless. Next up is Kohai-chan in a swimsuit as well. You know, probably the best of the three, mostly because of her face. Her face looks pretty great, and the little mole on the chest is a nice bonus as well. Elena from Wandering Witch in a costume that I've not seen before. I like this sweater. I think this is actually a really cute looking figure, but I don't think it's gonna be worth the money because I'm a Union Creative hater. 1/4 scale figure of Tearju from To Love Through Darkness. I mean, I've never really been that interested in this character, but I guess we haven't really seen any 1/4 scale or not much lately today, so I guess that's kind of cool. Sephi Michela Devaluque, is this supposed to be like their mom, like Lala and Momo's mom? Man, it's been so long. I guess it's gotta be though. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I've seen a figure of her like ever. Lala as a nurse, that's actually kind of cute, actually. I like that. I like nurse outfits. Kadokawa Yui as a nurse as well. You know, I'd be complaining about no Yami, but she actually does have a nurse figure by Alter. So it's better than these two. Get wrecked. Dia from The World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Cool figure, I guess, but I don't know what I can comment on, actually. This one's leaving me at a bit of a blank. This character kind of looks like Lifa to me, because I don't know her. Ariana Glennis Maple. I like the flame effect, kinda. I mean, I like it in concept, but so far it looks a little cheap. Not the biggest fan of it. Kind of like the weird perspective of the base. I like how narrow it is, actually. And it kind of extends way further than it actually needs to. I guess just to support the fire, though. If it wasn't there, it would probably cause some issues, so yeah, it makes sense. Oh, there's another Ariel figure from So I'm a Spider, so what? And yeah, you know, it's not gonna be anywhere near as good as Amakuni's, if I'm being honest. Even these like crazy draping cape things don't look nearly as good on this figure as the one from Amakuni. Kanade Suzu, that is some cake. I like that. Okay. All right, hold on. Actually, a cool figure. This shit's gonna cost like 700 bucks. The Eva Battle, like look at this thing. Like, are you actually gonna get this entire diorama? Look how big this has to be. Holy shit. All right, I'm impressed. Wish I could afford stuff like this, but you know, not gonna be able to, unfortunately. It's really cool though. I bet they won't mess this up. Imagine if this is a leaner. That would be tragic. Wa Sailor-chan. Now, this looks alright. I love her red hair. Definitely a very pretty shade of red. The fox mask, good touch. The tassels off of it, pretty nice as well. Katana in hand. Not crazy about her face, I guess, but this one looks okay. Artwork looks way better. Like, honestly, if it looked closer to the artwork, I would be way more impressed. I kind of like this one, actually. Guitar Mei backless dress version. I just think the idea of giving, like, anime girls guitars is sick. I don't know if she's from something. Might just be an original character, but it's a good vibe, and I like her dress. I kind of want to see more of it. Animals pedal. What the hell does that mean? Whoa. Her butt's just, like, halfway out. You can't wear this. That's lewd. Nah, this one's cool. This one's good. Panda-chan, China dress, actually kind of cute. Wish that little guy was me. Also, she has a little bear ornament in her hair. Let's see the artwork now. Did they change this? Did they change how the bear is, like, oriented? Like, is it supposed to be facing forward now? I think they just didn't add the face. But if you ask me, I think he should be getting a face full, in my opinion. But either way, this is great artwork. This actually looks freaking lovely. There's a lot of thigh fan service going on lately. Very appreciated. White hair bunny, you know, I doubt they'll do the hair justice, but the sculpt so far looks very pretty. And the top, the chest looks very tight in the costume, which I kind of appreciate. Also the tie going between, pretty good stuff. Now, the artwork itself is pretty similar. Definitely looks a bit better, but I think they actually increased her bust size, like, pretty noticeably, which, hey, I'm actually not against. And, you know, looking at this, because they're not, like, I don't know, fishnets, I think she would actually look a little bit better if she was bare leg, but that's just me. I don't know if you would agree, but that's the way I see it. Okay, next up is Taya-chan, which looks like to be a succubus or a vampire girl in like a bikini or underwear. Let's see. That looks like underwear to me. Okay, looks pretty cute. Love her face, actually. Very pretty eyes, and the hair color goes really well with it. Now, do you think they're going to commit to having the hair slightly drape on the tail? I don't know if we can see that. I don't think we can. I feel like that's not going to look nearly as good as it does in this artwork, but, you know, whatever. Okay, next up is Date-chan's swimsuit version. She just looks like she fucking hates being here. Like, I don't think she likes me very much. I think I did something wrong, so let's leave her alone. and go to Leopard Print swimsuit. Whoa, okay. Big. And I like the mask. This one has a white mask instead of the black masks I think we saw earlier. Love the yellow eyes. And yeah, this is pretty attractive. Kind of like this one. But they're not going to deliver on it. I know they're not. Magane JK-san, very busty as well. Kind of like that she's pushing up against them with her hands, adjusting her glasses, though. That's pretty attractive. Let's move on to the next one, which is this really pretty China dress figure, I guess. Well, the artwork is pretty. I love her eyes. She looks so, like, in love with whatever she's looking at. Very endearing. And again, there's some, like, really good artwork here where the hair is just draping in such an attractive way that I know Union Creative isn't gonna deliver on. I'm gonna be sad when I see this figure, but whatever. This artwork's great. Hey, Freeing is here, actually. Oh, this is an Azure Lane bunny. That makes sense. This is a good bunny. This is actually, you know, Azure Lane, even if I don't love all the bunnies they've put out, they've all had really interesting outfits. Maybe I don't love the faces on all of them, but I do like the face on this one, and I love her hair. The giant orb of hair that's like right at the bands that are keeping the twin tails together. Looks freaking good. And the red band around the stockings, that looks freaking lovely. Her stool looks really good as well. And she has a drink. And it's a great color as well. That gradient of orange, yellow, and red, fantastic. If they get rid of these lines right here, which I'm pretty sure they will, but man, that's an eyesore if they don't, then I think this is a pretty great bunny so far. But let's see what's the other figure here. The 1/4 scale figure, Vittorio Vento, the Flower of La Spezia version from Azure Lane. So not a bunny, but also from Azure Lane. Big chest, right? And yeah, I don't know. I guess I like that her hair is draped all over the floor. I like that the sunglasses have been placed on top of it. And there's even some flowers here and a camera. But I don't really like this one so far. I mean, yeah, it's attractive, sure, but I think I need to see more of it first before I give any more opinions on it. Brilliant Journey, what do you got? A Azure Lane Belfast Shopping with the Headmaid version. This is a really cute costume. I love this costume a lot, actually. Tons of bags, she's been shopping, but really, just the outfit itself is the selling point here. She looks properly beautiful, and also, she has Pocky, I guess, so I guess you get to share that with her if you go on a date with her. Taiho's getting a figure, actually, from them, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. Is this a fan? This is a crazy-looking fan with this, like, musical note strapped right on top of it. She's holding her mic, so I guess this is part of some, like, idol thing. Probably going to be a very pretty figure. You know, Brilliant Journey's doing a lot with Azure Lane, if I recall. I think I talked about one of their other figures last time that was pretty good looking in my opinion, so I bet this will be pretty good as well. So Wave is up next, and I'm already being spoiled because I see this already. We're getting a freaking Komi figure. Finally, like, oh my god, why did it take so long to get a single Komi figure? Now, it looks okay. I think that's just because, like, Wave's not like an A-tier company or anything. They're fine. I think if you bought this, you'd be happy enough. But I'm not too impressed yet, but I think we really need to see this painted. They need to nail that face. They have to make sure that face is perfect. But I'm definitely excited that they're actually making this, like, at all. Great announcement. Plenty of people will probably want this, so I hope they do deliver on it. Okay, moving on. Whoa. They're making Pine. They're making a Pine figure as well. Okay, so I already talked about Pine last time when I talked about Aqua. Unfortunately, this does not look as good as that Aqua did. But either way, Pine is my favorite girl. I just wish I loved what I was seeing here instead of just, like, generally liking. I definitely like her face. Her smug freaking smile with those teeth poking out looks fantastic. But I'm not sure if I like the wing bikini figure a little bit more. I didn't pre-order that one either. Maybe I should have. There's a really good garage kit of her that I wish got adapted into, like, you know, a retail figure instead. But I am excited to see how much this costs and to see more of, like, the body of this figure because I may actually have to pick this up. I really like Pine. Okay, what do we got next? We got Anise Farm Memory Style from Sonic Soldiers Borgman. Now, never heard of this series. Gotta imagine it's kind of retro and like old school or whatever, which I do love. I love these eyes. I feel like this body looks a little bit strange though. Like I don't really like the way it's kind of proportioned. Like I guess, you know, nothing wrong with being obviously thick, but I just feel like maybe it's her head is too small or something. Maybe it's just like a slightly awkward pose they decided to sculpt, but it's not really coming together for me very well, and that's kind of a shame. Now, it's not like I'm gonna buy this, but I'd rather see nice figures than bad ones, so I hope this gets a little bit better when we see more photos of it, but right now I feel like I don't love it. Who is this? Honolulu from Azur Lane. Oh, this is Honolulu, huh? I pre-ordered Alter's Honolulu, so I'm not really interested in this, but I do like the outfit. She's definitely bouncing around, as we can see, and I like that the fox mask is kind of like, or whatever, you know, kabuki fox mask this is flying off of her head. That's cool. I don't like that Wave is not showing the entire figure. They're stopping at, like, the knees or even higher. Very strange. Doesn't help me, like, you know, see the entire thing. Like, what is she holding in her hand? I think this is a fan over here, but on the right side, or I guess her left hand, I don't know what that is. Maybe cotton candy. I don't know. Well, we get to see this figure in all of its glory, so that's good at the very least. This is Sirius in her white rose costume. I assume this is some kind of like formal party dress. Love the roses going down into the waist and probably towards the backside. And like the crossed legs, not really like a unique thing, but I love the way it was sculpted. It's very attractive to me at the very least. And her nipples are very perky. I gotta point it out. You guys saw it. It's not like they're trying to hide it, so I might as well just say it. Yeah, this one's nice. I like this one. Okay, so for some reason when I zoom in on this one, the photo gets smaller, so I'm just gonna leave it unzoomed for now, but this is the Dark Path Armed Axe. Very busty figure, and also comes with a giant battle axe and some milk, or whatever the hell this drink is supposed to be. Yeah, this one's kind of cool. Don't really understand the concept to it, but it looks good, and it's pretty unique. Okay, so I think it's art card time, so let's go through these kind of quickly. We got Supersonic Co, Sexy Pastry Chef. She kind of made a mess. She should probably get somebody to help out. I would volunteer if she'd want to. We got next up is Ponytail Girl. It's a girl with a ponytail. I know we've seen this artist before, just don't know what other figures they've done on me, but it is very cute. I like it a lot. She should come with this as like an acrylic piece. That would be kind of funny. Again, another figure by this artist, and I think what I'm recalling is like a ballerina figure or something along those lines. So this kind of fits in with that. The Black Swan Girl. This one's a bit prettier than the last, and the dress is probably going to look fantastic once it's done. Very revealing up here as well, and I like her gesture that she's doing with her hand. Very pretty. Okay, this is Yuzaki Yanagi. I did not think they would make a figure of this character in this outfit, but you know, when in Rome, I suppose. Why not? Okay, so I got nothing to go by with this one. Higuchi Madoka from the Idol Master's Shiny Colors. If she comes with the scarf and the teddy bear, if this is like winter themed, then I think it could be pretty cute. But I'm gonna move forward with the next one, Fukumaru Koito. Now, again, not that much to go by. Angel plushie, could be cute. There's actually two of them. Didn't even notice this little guy up here. Flowers in the hair, very pretty. And you get your feet, so there you go. Feet fans. Next up is Kurosaki from the Idol Master's Cinderella Girls, in a costume that's kind of familiar, but not exactly the same to those vampire costumes that are like pretty popular among the original series, if you know what I'm saying. This looks cute enough, would probably make for a good figure. Shirayuki Chiyo, kind of boring if I'm being honest, not anything to go by really. Kaide from the Cinderella Girls as well. This dress has a lot of potential. I think this one might be one to look out for, so we'll wait and see. This girl always has pretty figures, Kanade. She is just like a gorgeous Idol Master. So again, another one to definitely look out for. Takasaki Yu from Love Live, actually. Unfortunately, a very boring outfit, just the school uniform. Not very exciting for someone who's gotten a little bored of Love Live. Azur Lane's Atsuko is getting a school uniform figure, a little bit lewd thanks to the shoes being off and the pantyhose revealing the panties underneath. Shio from Girls in Panzer actually is getting a figure, that's kind of nice to see. And again, Shiho from Girls in Panzer is also getting a figure. So I think that wraps us up. Let me scroll down. Yeah, we're done with this batch. Alright, let's jump over to KADOKAWA, who honestly, I feel like I never like a lot of their stuff. So I'm going to try and not be too much of a hater. But first up, we got this Spice and Wolf Holo in a China dress. Now, this is cute. I think this is objectively cute. I like this pose. I like that, you know, her legs are showing. I like that she's holding apples instead of like dumplings or something. That's great. But I feel like this body could literally be like any character's body. And this pose, I feel like it's not really giving me Holo vibes. It's just like the face and the tail, right? Like, I get it. It is Holo, but I don't know, this figure kind of feels a little bit forced because they don't have any better ideas to do with her, and I don't really like that about it, but I think it's one of their better holo figures, right? Next up is Asuna, the negligee version. Her eyes are really far apart. That is weird. Is she supposed to look like this? Is this like the light novel artwork? I don't really like her face at all. I mean, I guess like the base is kind of good. I like the grapes, and I guess those are strawberries. The leaves are really like a light pale green. I don't like that. Pillow over here, diary over here, I guess. This is weird. I don't know. I don't really like this one that much. Mostly because of her face, though. But the weird disease strawberries are giving me bad vibes, too. Also, it looks like a waterbed. Is this supposed to be a waterbed, or is it just like a very silky sheet? Okay, so this is Roxanne from Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. You know, now that this anime is airing, we're going to be seeing more of her. I'm sure of it. And this looks fine. You know, I think I've seen a better image of this character's figure. I'll try and find an image of it and put it on screen now. I won't be looking at it to kind of like comment on it specifically, but I remember her like gown or her like whatever this is supposed to be, the dress, was very vibrant. Like, this image isn't as vibrant as that one I saw earlier, and it made this figure look a lot better. Otherwise, this is kind of simple. I feel like I don't like the face that much from this angle that I'm looking at, again, of the original image. And the way her hair is very, like, I don't know, I guess it's just like pure white at the tips. It's kind of strange, but I don't watch this anime. I don't know if that looks good to you guys or not, so I'm just gonna, like, not comment on that. Sagawa Hero Bunny Girl version from A Couple of Cuckoos. I think the main girl from this show also got a Bunny Girl figure. That one looked a little bit better to me. Even though I like this blue, I don't feel like it works that well with her hair. I kind of wish there was like a bit more of a contrast between the two. And the pose is a bit more basic. I do like that she holds onto a chocolate heart, or whatever that kind of heart's supposed to be, and then she's standing on a heart itself. But other than that, I think this one's a little less interesting than that other one. Okay, I like this one, Nero, the Silk of Venus version, this really pretty dress. Really wish this one was colored so I could see like what they've done with the chalice and the dress itself. It's gonna really come down to how they paint like all of this. There's so much to appreciate in her dress, but like, oh, she's also holding a rose. I like could barely see that actually. But I think this will look very pretty if they nail it. But it's a bit hard to say right now. Don't think this character is short on figures, but this is a nice interpretation of her. Okay, so this one was definitely spammed all over the Twitter timeline. The Albedo and Shaltier, or is it Sheltier? I don't remember. But the bride versions of both of them from Overlord 4. Now, I'm not really into wedding figures. I feel like once you get one of your actual waifu, the rest of them kind of feel like filler in your collection, but they're gonna make so many of Albedo. And I don't know if I've ever seen a figure of Shaltier, so I guess that's appreciated, right? I really like her face though, it's really seductive. I think what she's doing with her like fingers and her tongue looks super good. I guess Albedo's doing the same thing, but I don't know, Shaltier's definitely committing to it a bit more. I don't know if you have to buy both of them together. I hope you don't, but it kind of feels like they're a set. They're probably just meant to be together, but you'll be able to buy them separately, knowing this company. This giant base, I don't know if we need that kind of thing. It's gonna make this figure cost a lot more money, so I kind of hope that's not the actual base, but we'll see. Man, this is boring. What is this pose that they put Faputa in? This is basically nothing. I don't even really want to comment on it. She's just standing here. Her face looks kind of weird, and it's basically as stiff and boring as it can get. I'm sorry, but they definitely could have done a lot more with her. Okay, so I didn't see this one coming. They're making Meina and Ma as like mini figures maybe? I don't really know the scale of these two, but I would assume they wouldn't commit to making like full scale or like 1/8 scales of these two. It wouldn't really make any sense, but if they're cheap and, you know, they're like a decent size, like, you know, for a minifigure, as long as they're not like a petite size or something, I think that could be a pretty cool addition to your collection. I definitely like the way these two look so far. And I wish I could talk more about it, but that episode like literally just aired, so I'm not gonna say any spoilers. They're making more of these swimsuit wedding figures, which I don't really get the appeal of. I've never really liked these, and the only thing of interest I think right now that I'm seeing is that she's holding both of her like sandal heels. I guess that's kind of cute. I guess that's a little different from the other ones, but other than that, I don't really know what else to say. They keep making these and they're kind of all the same. Yeah, I mean, why would they stop making these just because I don't like them? This is Melium in a wedding bikini as well. I guess I like this one a little bit more just because I like Melium more than Asuna, so that's nice. And hey, her shoes flying off, that's kind of cute. But otherwise, yeah, don't have much else to say. Race Queen Megumin, we did know this existed, but we never saw the prototype until today. And you know, I bet Aqua is here as well. Let me see. Yeah, alright, so they have Race Queen Aqua as well. And if I were to compare the two, I do think I like Aqua a little bit more. I think I said that last time. I just like her pose and her umbrella a little bit more. I think the way they paint the flag is really going to determine which one is the better of the two. But I mean, if you're buying one of these, you probably want both, if I'm gonna guess, but that's really like me speaking for you, so I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, just some race queens, they're fine. Powered Bunny from Arms Note, this is never getting finished. I don't know, I keep seeing this in its prototype, kind of just wasting time talking about it. Let's move on. Look in the left corner right here, 116. KADOKAWA still has at least 16 more things to show off. This event had so many figures. I don't even know how long this video is at this point, but this is Nanachi. Just basically standing here, have no idea, but I don't really have faith after seeing Faputa. Let's move on. This girl looks kind of cool. I like her shoulder pads that are almost like scarves. And then her sword looks pretty edgy, but why is her name Beta? That's not a good name. Change your name. Okay, Saniko in a Megumin outfit. That makes absolutely no sense. That's kind of awesome, actually. They should do this more often. Maybe not with, like, Saniko, but just, like, putting a character in, like, a different IP's costume is, like, a really, like, easy idea to make some money, in my opinion. I'm kind of interested to see how this one turns out. Should have saw KADOKAWA making a Kurumi. I don't know why I didn't, but this is the Empress version. I like this costume, actually. It looks pretty sick. But without a figure to show, I'm just going to move on. Saber Alter Negligee version. Okay, I hope she comes with her sword. That would be pretty cool. And if she comes with the Shiba Inu, that might be an actual selling point. Even if that's just a plushie, that is a pretty cool accessory for a figurine to have. Hey, a Love Live figure, that's kind of neat. We're getting an Osaka Shizuku in a swimsuit. She looks pretty. I like this one, okay. Raftalia red dress style version. This kind of just looks like a Chinese dress. I guess that's kind of cool, but also not really, if I'm being honest. You know, I did make a little bit of a stink about wedding figures, but I think putting Tachibana in a wedding dress will probably look very pretty. Likely to be a beautiful figure if they nail it. She kind of just feels like she fits it perfectly, probably because of those angel wings, but we don't have anything to go by, so yeah, let's move on. You know, I was actually hoping that this character, Elf from Uncle from Another World, would actually get a figure, so it's nice to see that they're committing to one. I think I like the art style in the anime a little bit more than I guess like this original source. Maybe it's a light novel, I don't really know. But yeah, it's cool to see, I like this. Lily from Spy Room. You know, there's not anything to really go by. I don't really find her character design to be very interesting, so I guess if I knew the source material, I could comment on it more, but I don't. Monica from Spy Room is also getting a figure, and I think I like this one a little bit more. The flower in her hair in general looks a little bit better. Her face is cute, and she's holding onto a gun. Looks alright. Karuizawa K is getting a figure from Classroom of the Elite. I don't know if this one's old, maybe it is. This might be the only Nendoroid at the event, actually. Maybe not, I haven't gone through everything, but they're also making a Nendoroid of her. Okay, so this page actually doesn't end. There's even more figures, but these next few are a collaboration with Plum. Let's see what we got here. Yoshino in a swimsuit, a very tiny swimsuit. Her face looks alright, kind of cute, but a bit basic, kind of looks like most of her figures. Always like that she comes with the puppet. And the same bunny can be found on the base. I think that's a good touch. Okay, never mind. That was the only figure that was like a Plum collaboration. So next up, we got some CA Works figures. This one's pretty cute. You got Megumin in her pajamas, and you get Chamusuke as well. I love that the base is also just a cat. It's a simple figure, right? Hopefully it doesn't cost too much money. I don't know if it says it on the card. I don't believe it does. I can't really see it. But yeah, she's cute. My bunny figure, huh? It makes sense for Mai to get these bunny figures, but I feel like this one is not as good as that other one. Maybe by Aniplex, I forget. It's like the one that everybody bought. This one looks okay, but I don't know. I don't really like her face, and the hair looks a bit cheap, in my opinion. I don't know. From this view, from this photo, I'm not really liking this one too much. All right, let's speed these up a little bit. I think this is taking way too long. We got another Mai figure, the Hanfu version. Another Mai figure, this time in like bunny pajamas, very cute. Okay, hold on, I just said I'd speed up, but I really like this one. The frog hood, the frog plushie, the frog socks, and the frog rug. This Mikoto figure is freaking adorable. I just like frogs, I don't know what to tell you. Elena from Wandering Witch is getting a figure from them, okay. Chizuru party dress version, I kind of like that she's wearing her like pantyhose, and I think you could see that by the feet. Kind of like a little bit of the pantyhose showing right there. Very big heels. Look at the front of these heels. Jesus. Okay, I don't know if I could actually show this one on YouTube. She's basically naked. Jesus. I'm probably going to censor this just so I could show you guys that they are, in fact, making a swimsuit figure of Tachibana, but there's no swimsuit. It's all falling off, so I don't understand. Yukina, I'll give it to you. All right, very suggestive. Very cool. Hatsune Miku Maneki Miku version. This is actually really cute. I wish the quality of this image was a little bit better. It's very dark. I can't really appreciate the colors on this one. But she looks very tiny. I think they kind of like shrunk her down. She's probably like, I don't know what age Miku is supposed to be, but she looks a little bit younger here. A lot of like accessories flying all around, a briefcase with a leak coming out of it. This like paw pad thingy. I don't know what those are supposed to be on her dress. Even like tags on her bows. I really like this design. Very Japanese, very cutesy. And then another figure of Elena for some reason with like more boring art. That's strange. And with that, we are done with part 2, so let me know what your favorite figures were in this video. I'll be back in a couple of days or so. I'll try and be fast about it. Considering part 3 is probably going to be about as long as this one, I'll see what I can do about that. I'm going to need a little bit of extra time this time around. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.